go. Yeah, I'm like an addict, ooh, I gotta have it.
Hey everyone, yeah, we are going to be continuing with our interview.
Yeah.
So the next question is actually very important. Can you briefly tell us the main steps of applying for this scholarship? What you do first, second, and all that, but in a brief
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Mm,
Briefly,
mm,
when you get to the website,
mm,
okay, and
mm,
when the scholarship is open,
mm,
okay, that is in December, sometime
mm,
in December,
mm,
okay,
mm,
you go through this what we call the guide, teacher student guidelines
mm,
or guide
mm,
that talks about the general um, criteria for the scholarship
mm,
application, okay.
mm, mm,
So after going through that,
mm,
you will find relevant documents.
mm,
For instance, the application form,
mhm,
preference
mm,
form or
mm,
placement form,
mm,
that one where you feel your university or
mm,
preference,
mm,
and
mm,
then you look at recommendation, sample of recommendation. There are
mm,
over four
mm.
forms
For
which you get the
documents.
documents
Mm,
which you upload.
mm,
Then after you have to have all your academic credentials
mm,
aligned,
mm,
okay,
mm,
and then what we call an employment certificate,
mm,
or certificate of employment,
mm.
which is an appointment letter in our language.
Okay.
Yeah, because they want to take you when you are employed, for our case, okay? When they are sure you have been employed. Because that's when they are sure you have where you are teaching or working, and when you come back, you are going to apply. Otherwise, if you're not having any institution or station, they are not sure whether you're going to come and what
Or
and apply.
back or not.
So that's how serious they are about the applicability of what you have got.
Okay.
Yes, that's why employment certificate. I have a place where I'm working. When I come back, I'm going to apply. So
Wow.
that's the essence. So after all those, having all those documents, and you have filled the placement reference form, university as with the codes and the professors, and then you have written now a very good study plan, yeah? And a course outline, or study course outline, which is so important because it is that one which they base on to actually invite you, yeah, for the next interview. Yeah, are you going there to as a tourist?
Or to do something.
Okay? Yeah, understanding that Japan is having a very great cultural heritage. Okay, so I think there is a lot I am about to set an eye on, which I've already. So I think it's not about that. You're going there for study purpose and based on research. Okay. So what is your study plan in Japan? Okay. That one is one of the ideas which are so crucial in the application form. And in fact, it took me some days
Definitely.
to write one with research and consultation. So application
Definitely.
form is not as easy as people may think
Yeah.
because of that part. In fact, you have to write a paragraph or paragraphs of 150 words.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're not careful, you might end up in repeating yourself. What you wrote in the first one is the same as
Yes.
in the middle.
So, it takes
because
a
you don't know
course.
how to write. So
Yes.
if you have people to ask, then it
Yeah,
can make
definitely.
it
I asked.
easier.
I asked.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
had to
great.
ask. I had to ask.
So when you're done with all your documents, what do you do next?
Yeah, what you do with all that, you have filled all, put them in the
Envelope?
and then take them to Japanese embassy.
Okay. When you get the recommendation letter, do you take it as well, or he sends it?
Yeah,
By email?
No, because I've already sealed it, like I said.
Oh, you
Yeah,
received
after
it?
filling everything should be taken handy. Yeah, it should be
Okay.
taken in hard copy.
Okay.
Yeah, but the instructor, it should be sealed.
Okay.
And along with the seal, there is a signature and a stamp to ensure that you don't open it. Yeah, so you take it as a secret,
Yeah.
but you have nothing to do.
Yeah, that's
because
okay.
if you opened it, how could you sign again and stamp? So I took my own secret, but I guess my supervisor recommended me well.
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
I can look at the results and it really there.
So after submitting the documents
Yes.
on the embassy, Japanese embassy in Kampala,
Yes.
you wait for the interview, right?
Yeah, you wait for
To be
the
called for-
screening. Yes.
To be called for the
Yeah,
interview.
because that's what we call now. You wait for the first screening. After going through, then they invite you for the interview.
Okay.
After the interview, yes, you have to wait, and then they give you the feedback whether the embassy has recommended you to MEXT.
Okay.
It is not final at the embassy level. Embassy level handles the interviews, okay? And then after they recommend those who are successful next in Japan
So
for international consideration.
okay, so the one that offers the scholarship is in Japan, but the scholarship, the embassy can recommend.
I told the diplomatic missions, yes,
Okay.
across.
Oh yeah, even when I was in Japan, the university could recommend. So it can be university recommended or embassy recommended.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I understand it.
Yes.
So what is the timeline of applying, interview, news? That is December to January, applying.
Yeah, December to January applying.
The interviews are in
Yeah, the interviews are in February.
February.
Okay.
Then when do you hear the results?
The results for recommendation next in
August.
No. Actually, the interviews, okay, are in March.
Oh,
Yeah, they're in March.
around March.
Yeah, well, actually, they were in March. Okay? They were in March. Now, by the end of March, okay, by the end of March, then you get the news by April. Yes, yes. Actually, by the end of March, as in 1st April, yeah, you'll get the news for
About
your
the performance.
recommendation. Yeah, about your successful performance at the interview, and then recommendation to next for final consideration.
Okay.
Yeah, final award.
And when do you hear from next?
Yeah. Now next, yeah, it needs some patience.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing we need to understand. Because if you applied, for instance, in December, okay, now this is now April, okay, and then we got to hear from them in August 1st, beginning of August.
Wow.
So something like
For close to a year.
yes, close. But now with waiting from years, close to a year. Because if it started in December and now it ends in August, that's when it is now finally. You get to understand going through all those steps. Because the course is expected to start by 1st.
Of October.
Yes.
Okay.
October. So I think they give that a lapse of some 2 months for preparation.
Preparation.
Yes.
Wow, wow. So the next question is,
Yes.
briefly tell us about your experience of applying this scholarship. How was it, basically?
Yeah, the experience.
You can increase the volume.
Yeah,
Why
the
not?
experience for applying is a little challenging and hectic, okay? Because it requires a lot of research, okay? With all those due considerations I've talked about, to make sure that you get a placement, balance all those, okay? And then also having to research how to write,
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
A study plan in Japan. Now, if you don't know what they want, okay, you cannot write one. Because you have not been to Japan and you have not studied from there. And they are saying the study plan is studying from Japan, where you have not been. So that's where now social networking works. Okay? And maybe the relevance of this video, which I didn't have an opportunity to watch. Okay? But of course I had resourceful people like Anne here, and then the others. So, I mean, who guided me? You need to have the background, statement of the problem, introduction, then you go to methodology, you go to objectives. It is like writing a proposal. Yeah, it's like writing a
We should
proposal.
make a different video that takes us through this, because the hardest thing and the most important thing is the study plan.
Yeah, study plan here in Japan. And actually they emphasize it, even in the guidelines. It is the one they are going to consider. Yeah, basically, what are you going to do there?